Yes, guys, welcome back to SFeatleyTV, and we're here with my fan cam, my own review of the game against Brighton and Arsenal, where it finished 0-0 at the Amex Stadium. So, yeah, obviously, I know there were probably a lot of Arsenal fans that were buzzing from the Spurs game. I wasn't myself. I knew this was going to be a coming back down to earth. Brighton are a very good side. Potter's a very good side. Their strengths match our vulnerabilities, and that's what proved to be. They had no Basuma in their lineup. We had our full strength side, apart from maybe Xhaka was out, but that we had a strong enough midfield to dominate midfield, and we didn't. The midfield was poor today. Partey was decent at times, but not his usual best. Lokonga worked his socks off, but again, like them two should be dominating that field, and they didn't. At times, the fullbacks were getting exposed. Tomiyasu got a real raking into what the Premier League is like: away, wet, cold, and at night, fans against you. That's what is the Premier League's about when you get when you go from Europe to here. That's the awakening you get, and it's sort of a learning curve for him. I'm not going to go too hard on him, but as long as he doesn't do it again, because those performances are not on. He was poor. The one standout I would say for me would be Ramsdale. Ramsdale at times, yeah, some people might say he made a little bit of an error, but then again, to be honest, I don't think he really made too many errors at all, actually. And the actual saves he made, if we didn't make those saves, we would have been screwed. We would have been 2-0 down, 3-0 down. Gabriel's another one, very strong defensively, very good, been very good defensively since he's come back. And Saka had a bright start, but then faded off. I don't know what happened. He made such a good start, and I think his attempt was the only attempt we had on target in the first half, in the first 50 seconds, and it just sort of wavered a little bit. Maybe because Potter realised the problem, maybe Brighton realised the problem and doubled up on him. But again, this is what I've said so many times with this manager Arteta. As soon as he comes up with someone who's on form, who's got good philosophy and a good style of play, he is going to get exposed. He is going to get found out, and we are going to struggle against these teams, and we always do. Right? Potter doesn't need a strong side. He just needs a side that can work as a team. And that's exactly what Brighton do. That's why he gets the most out of his squad. This is why I constantly sit here and say Potter will do better at Arsenal than what Arteta is doing right now. You can't... I'm sorry. Potter right now is a better option than Arteta. It's simple. Right? Again, he's created more chances than Arsenal did. More shots than, I think, on target as well than we did. Right? We only had one shot on target for the whole half. I think the whole first half. I believe it was. And you're sitting, and what gets me is, right, people want to jump on the gas, get on the gas parade after one game. We've played one game, and all of a sudden we've gone from one game of being like where we were predicting draws against Tottenham to now all of a sudden thinking that this manager's like the best thing since sliced bread. Certain like people coming out and saying that like I turned Arteta out too soon. Like 5 minutes ago, they were moaning about him, said he's got to go. Mate, like they get so gassed over one performance, and then they wonder why they get taken the piss out of when they draw against Brighton, because they get punched in back to reality. This is the reality. This is where we're at, right? And some people saying this is a decent point. People might sit there and say, yeah, it's a decent point because of your squad and your manager. Here's the thing, your manager. That's why the manager needs to go then. Because if you're saying that's a decent point for your manager, then that's not meeting Arsenal standards for me. That's why he needs to go. Simple as that. Right? Arteta, no matter who you bring in, people saying he's time to bring his players in. Well, he's brought his players in there. He brought his players in there. And I tell you what, last season we won 1-0 there against Brighton. This season we drew. So I thought that these players were supposed to be doing better. We're supposed to be progressing. Right. work that one out. So, like, people can jump on this bandwagon after one game. I'm not. It's one game. It's one game, right? One performance against a team who didn't actually fight. Tottenham didn't fight at all. Brighton did. Look what Brighton managed to get. They got a point out of us. Right? They're way above us, challenging for top four. Well, we're sitting there in 10th. Right? But you keep moaning about Arteta, right, and saying that like Potter's not good enough. For me, Potter fits us where the way we want to play, the philosophy we want to play with, and what he manages to do on the pitch and the man management he manages to have with his squad. Simple as that. It's as simple as that. So yeah, I'm not impressed with it. I'm not taking it as a decent result. Yeah, you can sit there saying that if people are going to sit there and say you should take it as a decent result because of my manager, right? Then I'll tear her out. Then I'll tear her out all the way, right? Because it's not good enough. It's not good enough, right? Fair play to Brighton. Brighton were the better side, right? Brighton were the better side. They had numerous chances to win that game, and they should have done. But that just tells how low we are. It just shows how much actually bad we are. We're not actually that great. We're not. And again, this is why I'm asking everyone the question. Was it really us playing that well against Spurs, or was it really Spurs playing that bad that let us play that well? Right? Because they didn't really fight, did they? That's the main thing we did say about it. So, like I said, people want to make their own assumptions. People want to flip-flop. I'm still sticking Arteta out. End of story. Arteta is never good enough. He's not good enough, and that's an end of it. Right? If people want to sit there and go back on the Arteta bandwagon after one game, because that's your standards, just beating Spurs is good enough for you, jog on. I don't care about Spurs. I don't care about beating Spurs in one-off games or in the league. I'd rather beat them and then go and win the bloody league. I'd rather win the league. Right? If we lost, I don't want to lose Spurs ever. We lost Spurs home and away, but we still won the league. Right? Who cares? Because we end up winning a trophy. We end up winning the league, which we won. You know what I mean? It's just, right. Some people need to get their priorities right. Honestly, need to actually start realizing the manager is still not good enough. End of story. Stop jumping on the bandwagon. Right? It's honest. Right? Some of the things I've heard is just embarrassing. Honestly, but like we said, we're going to move on to the next game, which will be Crystal Palace at home. Vieira coming back to the Emirates. Be a momentous occasion seeing him back at Arsenal, but he will give us a game as well. Brighton or Crystal Palace have played well, and they'll give us a good game. They always do. So yeah, but like I said, everyone, make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button as well. Share the video, share the content. Like, subscribe if you're new. It's so close to 1.1k. So please do that and get us there. And we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.